Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Otta with FedScoop TV, and we're here at the Fed Talks 2015 conference, and I'm talking with Richard McKinney, the Chief Information Officer for the Department of Transportation. Richard, thanks for joining us today.
Great to be with you.
So, you've been a big FITARA supporter, and
Yep.
at a recent congressional hearing, you
Yeah.
said that FITARA is the last chance to get it right. What did you mean by that? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, what I actually said is I approach it like it was my last chance to get it
Okay.
right, and because I'm trying to create a sense of urgency about this. I feel like Congress has made a very good faith effort to meet us where we are, to understand that the issues that we're trying to deal with, and they've tried to come up with authorities that will help us match the accountabilities that they expect from us. And I think we have to take that deadly serious. I take it deadly serious, so I approach it like it was the last chance to get it right, and that's just a way I drive myself towards those goals.
Okay, so one of the things that was brought up was talking about moving projects in 6-month intervals. And you talked about how some of that can be hard, particularly with NextGen and the FAA. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there are a bunch of other agencies that a lot of these projects, 6-month interval deliverables is, that's a crunch. So can you talk about what you think it's going to take to get IT projects that have those big spends to get them into 6-month deliverable increments?
Well, I think what we have to do is when we have an IT project, we have to decide whether or not it is a candidate for incremental development.
Okay.
You're not going to make major changes to the national airspace and all of the software that controls the air traffic and do that in incremental. You can't roll that out. You
Okay.
can't roll that out in a way where, one of the sort of the catchphrase for incremental development is fail fast.
Right.
Well, you can't fail fast
Exactly.
in that.
It's a big deal in
And
the-
then,
in
and
the
then there are
national
other
airspace.
projects that are more like R&D projects or even construction projects. We need to put all those aside and say, when we have a project that is a candidate for incremental development, then we ought to do it that way. And we ought to be measured on how we deliver those, not by what percentage of them fall into that category, because we can't control that. Now, that means we don't want to say something's not incremental when it could be, and we shouldn't be doing that. But if anything we declare to be a candidate for incremental development, then we should be measured on that, and that should be the preferred way of developing.
One more thing that I want to get your thoughts on that you said
Yeah.
during the hearing. You talked about buy-in, about how FITARA isn't just an IT shop. It's getting buy-in from the business wing, from the operational wing.
Yeah.
Give me the best advice for federal agencies to get that total buy-in that they're going to need if FITARA is going to be successful.
Well, I think one of the great side effects, if you will, of FITAR is that it has brought the CIO community and the CFO community, the finance people, the acquisition community, the human capital community, the whole C-suite. I think we're having a more robust conversation than maybe we've had in the past. I think we're beginning to understand with information technology really embedded in everything we do, that the success of the missions and the business units depends upon the successful deployment of information technology, and that's everybody's business. That's just not the CIO's business. That's the business of the whole C-suite. So, I'm very lucky at the Department of Transportation to have great support from executive leadership, great support from the C-suites, and FITAR is a new start for us, and we're going to take advantage of that.
And finally, looking forward to 2016, what do you think your top 2 or 3 priorities are for the next year?
Well, for me, cloud adoption.
Okay.
Moving more of our applications and more of our storage and some of the things that we want to move up to the cloud. One of the initial things I'm trying to use FITAR to do is to come up with a good idea of our IT cost, our IT spend, so that it's sort of like baselining, really understanding how we spend our money on IT. I think in the past, a lot of the IT spend got lost in the program budgets, and we didn't have a common taxonomy across all of the operating administrations for how we measured IT. And it sounds trite, but it's true that you can't manage what you can't measure. So out of the gate, I'm trying to use FITAR to start a conversation of, let's get a true baseline of where we are, look at the data, try to figure out where our opportunities are, act on some of those opportunities, have the conversations we need to have with the business units about better ways to spend our money, maybe achieve some savings, and then figure out how to reinvest those savings to drive up service delivery.
Interesting. We'll have to check back in to see how everything went next
All
year.
right,
All
great.
right. Thank you for joining us
All
today.
right.
For all of our videos, you can check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.